Good afternoon and welcome to the Section 223 Committee hearing for the revised draft Council Plan 2017 to 2021. East Gippsland Shire Council live streams, records and publishes its meetings via webcasting to enhance the accessibility of its meetings to the broader East Gippsland community. These recordings are also archived and available for viewing by the public or used for publicity or information purposes. At the appropriate times during the meeting, any members of the gallery who are addressing the council will have their image, comments or submissions recorded. Please ensure that mobile phones and other electronic devices are turned off or in silent mode for the duration of the meeting. Declarations of conflicts of interest, Mr. CEO.
Through you, Madam Mayor, none have been received.
Thank you. We will now hear a brief background to the purpose of the hearing by Mr. David Radford, Manager of Communications and Corporate Strategy.
Thanks, Madam Mayor, and good afternoon, councillors. Councillors, the Local Government Act requires all councils to prepare and approve a 4-year council plan following a general election. The council plan must include the strategic objectives of council together with the strategies for achieving these objectives over the next 4 years. The council must also review the plan on an annual basis to determine if any adjustments are required. And this occurs collaboratively between councillors and staff and of course the community, which brings us to today's process. The revision process, which commenced earlier this year, has included workshops with councillors, the executive leadership team and relevant officers, having regard for any changes that may have occurred since the original plan was adopted in 2017. The draft revised Council Plan 2018-21 has been exhibited for public review and comment in accord with Section 223 of the Local Government Act and as per Council's resolution of the 7th of May. Members of the public were advised through multiple communications channels such as newspapers, website and social media that the draft revised Council Plan and the revised draft budget were available for viewing and open for public comment. So 9 submissions were received against the draft revised Council Plan, although upon inspection officers deemed that the submissions were more aligned to the revised draft budget due to the topics that were covered in those submissions. These submissions were forwarded to the Executive Manager Finance and are included to be presented to councillors during the revised draft budget hearing which will follow. It should be noted that all submitters received an acknowledgement of their submission and that it would be considered as part of the revised draft budget hearing and not the draft revised council plan. There was one submission received throughout this process that officers could not link with either the draft revised council plan or the revised draft budget. Officers attempted to contact the individual by telephone on numerous occasions and via email but were unsuccessful. The submitter was asked in writing to make contact with us by the 4th of June, and if the response was not received, it would therefore be considered that they had taken officers' advice and chosen to withdraw it from the formal process due to the lack of linkages. As the individual didn't provide a response to the request, the submission will not be considered. Therefore, councillors, no relevant submissions have been received on the draft revised council plan.
Thank you, Mr. Radford, and thanks to those who are in attendance. I now declare this hearing closed at 1:06 p.m. for discussion and deliberation by the committee. Thank you.